Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Italy. In the last episode we ascended to number 1 in the rankings. We are the greatest of the great powers, which is pretty great for us. Despite that though, I'm not really in a huge hurry to go to war anytime soon. I'm quite happy to stay at peace for the time being and continue to build up my army and navy, which we are in the process of doing. If any war should happen to break out via Crisis, that is totally fine. We'll be happy enough to participate, but until we're down to 0 infamy and like wasting infamy, I'm not in really a huge rush to go and start attacking people. We have an army down here on Corsica. We would like to transport that somewhere more useful. Let's see, we should have a few more transports built by now, I think. We do. And separate them out into their own fleet, and we can send far too many ships to go and pick up that army. We sent all the ships, which seems unnecessary. Do we have any old ships we need to disband? I don't think so. I think we took care of that. I guess we have ironclads and monitors, which are a little bit obsolete, but we don't have any older ships than that, so that's fine. We need to get a new research started, so let's see. Advanced metallurgy available, which could give us extra precious metal production, could be useful. We got expressionism now. Unfortunately, most of the prestige is already claimed from that, so it's not that useful, though we could get mass culture in the avant-garde as soon as it becomes available, maybe, for the prestige from that. It's not really necessary though. We are number 1 in the world, so it's not really going to give us much in the way of benefit. I think we'll probably just catch up on some of these naval techs we're a little behind on, since we actually have a navy now. Still have rebels in our sphere member Poland, speaking of which we should check out how things are going there. Germany is going to be able to go up to friendly unless we expel their embassy right now, which never really feels like a good use of influence to me. I guess we could just drop them down to neutral. Sort of a one-for-one exchange of our influence points for theirs. I think we'll just let them go up to friendly and ban them when we get to 65. Unfortunately, they did immediately go up to friendly. Kind of hoping they might delay it a little bit and we'd be able to keep them at cordial while also banning them. So I think it's actually going to be best for us to hold off on banning them until we absolutely have to. Or at least until we get to 100 influence. So let's do that. The first to the pole, the Royal Geographic Society has announced that an award will be presented to the first expedition that reaches the North Pole. Of course we will outfit an expedition for £1,000. We've discovered social Darwinism for lower war exhaustion. I don't really have any particular tactical reason for wanting to keep Poland in my sphere or anything. It's pretty much just out of principle, I guess, since we went to so much trouble to release them in that war. Get secret police. And apologies for just staring at this screen for so long, but I want to make sure that I do this at the appropriate time. Okay. So we have an offer to back the Ottomans in a crisis over the Aegean Islands. As far as I know, Greece is still in the UK's sphere, so they could potentially back them. I will go ahead and support the Ottomans, though. See how that turns out. We are likely to get Germany on our side, which is probably enough to assure us any victories in subsequent wars. Who am I looking at here? Poland. But it failed to enlist interest. Okay. That is fine. Okay, so we get to 100. This time we will ban them and have as much influence as possible left over, so we'll be able to drop them down to cordial quicker, and then hopefully, I guess, drop them down to neutral, maybe? So we have 35 left over. We'll be able to get to 50 pretty quickly, and probably get them down to neutral before the ban expires, I imagine. Let's see, this stack here is reasonable composition, so we'll just send it over to, let's see, we have the supply limit everywhere, so we'll just station it here. Should be fine. We are over 5% soldiers here in our capital region. Well, our former capital region, I guess. Our capital is now in Rome. So we can remove that focus. And I think we can probably just start moving from soldiers to, I guess, back to craftsmen. Since we're looking pretty good in terms of our military strength right now. So we'll start doing that as these other regions get up to 5% soldiers. Military access from Sokoto. Who are you at war with? You are at war with our sphere members. Over what? Oh, they're trying to take land from them. And then absolutely not. Some prestige, okay. Quicker naval building will get supply range, I guess. Actually, this is probably more important to get first, not that it's likely to make too big of a difference either way. We have most of our brigades completed. I think we have all of our ships built, probably. So let's see, we can probably queue up a few more of those. Can we afford 9 cruisers? We cannot. We can afford this many. Let's cancel a couple more and fill the rest up with battleships. However many battleships we can fit in our supply limit, which it seems is none. Okay, so we'll just make cruisers instead. I'll just make one more cruiser, and I think we have naval bases upgrading, so we should increase our supply throughput in the near future. Ooh, France has intervened in that war, okay. I guess they have Sokoto in their sphere? Is that correct? No? Must be friendly? Yep. Can we? We can't intervene on this side because they have added war goals, so Unfortunately, we're just going to have to let France enforce the status quo there, and our Spherlings are not going to gain the land that they wanted. Which is unfortunate, but not a huge deal, I guess. So Poland, unfortunately, is getting pretty badly sieged by Russia. They are very unlikely to win their war. So speaking of Poland, we can increase Germany's opinion down to cordial again. Fordism and Impressionist literature. I suppose we could have sent an army up there to at least help Poland with their rebels, but it seems like they're mostly taken care of. So that's fine. Okay, Krakow has been released. Poland accepted the offer. Krakow acquires Polish West Galicia. Dismantle constructions. Okay. Unfortunate for Poland, but there you go. So this is our last wave of brigade construction. Almost completed. We can probably build more at this point. So we will. And I'm assuming with all of these new troops we are #1 in military by quite a long way. Actually not that far ahead of the UK. Pretty far ahead of Germany. But I think we're going to be pretty much fine in any future wars we get into. I think long term we are going to try and stay on Germany's good side and use them to make sure that we win any war we get into against France and Austria, and we'll just probably keep taking land from those two mostly. Especially like to take this region in here to join up our land together. Ooh. And we have a communist rebellion, so seems like it's not too serious. Relatively large stack here, but it spawned right on top of one of our armies, so it wouldn't be a problem. Have one down here. And one over here, which we're going to have to deal with. Let's see. Let's get the transport separated out again. And we'll transport this army over. And I assume we have at least one army on rebels over here. If not, we'll put one on. We don't, okay. You can take care of it. And let's see. We had some spawn down in Africa as well. 15 stack over here. Can take care of them. These ones spawned on top of existing brigades. But let's not put you on rebel suppression because you are composed of mostly artillery. Okay, we'll let this battle finish and then use that one instead. Okay, I think we'll just put you on rebel suppression and you can take care of those two stacks. And I think we're going to be fine. I meant to get on the boats. Transport you over here. So that was the battle in Zanzibar finishing. Lots of production output for various things. Oh, we lost a battle. Was that Zanzibar? No. Oh, this battle. Okay, that's fine. It was in Zanzibar, but not the Battle of Zanzibar. Have you stay here and merge together. Hopefully, yeah, that's a more reasonable composition. Okay, and you can stay on hunting rebels just in case. And instead of having you come all the way over here, I'm just going to send you take care of this, and you don't have a great composition. Send you over there. You're probably going to take a little bit of attrition going through the mountains, but not a big deal, I think. Got our naval organization, so we'll get naval statistics now. And we lost a battle. Where? Labria is down here. Oh right, I forgot about this one. We have an army on the way down to take care of it. But I guess one of the brigades we built either spawned on top of it or tried to path through there, which is kind of an oversight on my part, I guess. Right, I think that is all of the rebels taken care of. Not quite, we still have this one, which is about to get taken care of. Oh, I guess you from up in Tunis were also on hunt rebels, which not really necessary, but that's okay. You should be on your way back to Tunis, where you will stop suffering attrition, hopefully. And we have Jacobin rebels. Much smaller uprising this time. Already have an army on its way back to Tunis, which will take care of this. And I guess we'll put this army back on the boats and bring it over here. So we could go to war against Uruguay, but that's not something I'm really interested in doing. There is a naval base getting raided. Just have a quick look through and see if there are any other possible upgrades here. I think we're on level 4 in most of them. Or at least upgrading to level 4. We are, okay. Let's expand forts over here, though. The rest of our forts are already under construction. I suppose we should make sure that we maintain good relations with Germany. Ideally, in the next big war we get into, I would like to take land from both France and Austria, and then we'd probably be in a comfortable position to turn on Germany and maybe take some land from them, or maybe give Poland back their cores they have, which could also be good. Okay, we are at 100 influence here. We can decrease Germany's opinion and still be at 50 influence, so once their ban expires, which is pretty soon, we'll be able to ban them again if necessary. Still under occupation in Tunis. You are on your way back up, okay. Well, hurry up about it. Let's just have a quick check on factories. I think we are pretty much okay. Capitalists are mostly taking care of it. You have some that are at their limit and not being upgraded. So we'll manually upgrade those. Our tax rate on the rich is already quite low, so I think we could leave it there, but let's just lower it a little bit further. We'll probably go down on middle class tax rate as well. Without too much trouble. Sure, let's increase relations with Poland. I think it was already at 200, so not much there. I guess we'll get the Icy Battle Fleet, which will allow us to upgrade our ports further, if I can speak the English language. Okay, well, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.